All right, good morning, everybody. Joe Van Doren here, and welcome to our virtues pick for today. I just noticed I got all kinds of light in me. It's a bright, sunny morning down here, so we have a great word today, and one that we look forward to sharing, and that word is optimism. So, the virtue that we're going to focus on today, myself, and anyone that's listened to this maybe is being optimistic. Let's read the description, and it goes like this. Optimism is a positive, cheerful outlook. When we're optimistic, we are hopeful even when others have lost faith. We believe that good has the power to prevail over evil. We do not allow ourselves to be victimized by setbacks or losses. We embrace challenges with confidence and vitality. We are solvers, not complainers. In the midst of dark times, we look to the future with a vision of what is possible. We trust that everything works together for good. Nothing can destroy our hope. So, I happen to be one who believes that optimism is one of the core virtues that's needed in if we're going to be resilient in life. And I think that it's been noted that resiliency is one of the virtues that is lagging in those who are not feeling good about themselves and may even do some self harm. And so, optimism is a very, very important virtue for us to develop individually as well as developing and drawing out of our children. Now, children are optimistic by nature. They believe that they're going to get all the things that they hope for and ask for, and they dream in ways that that sometimes as we get older we lose that feeling of awe and wonder and optimism. But when I look at this word optimism, I have to remind myself that it's not just putting on an act of being positive. It's not just playing out the role of being cheerful and smiling and just putting some look on our face. But optimism really is the belief, I would say, that all things are working out for us. And that's hard to believe, especially the younger we are, because we can always find examples when things didn't work out the way that we wanted them to. Well, that's probably true for older too. But what I've also found is that in my own experience is that when I have looked at situations that were very challenging, that were hurtful, things weren't working out the way I hoped that they would. When I look at those same situations today, after a number of years or months or whatever time frame it might have been, because it's happened more than one time, I can always see the what lessons were there to be learned. I can see that yes, things did work out and in a better way, and I think that's just, trying to remember that in that moment when things aren't going well is the hard part, but it is something that we need to remind ourselves of, and I would say even on a daily basis. If we wait until that moment when the challenges are there, when things aren't going well, when we're upset about something, when someone has hurt us badly, or whatever that situation might be, if we wait until that moment to try to remind ourselves that everything is working out for us and that things are always working out for the best, and that we're going to get through these things, if we wait until those moments, it's going to be very, very hard. It's kind of like trying to deal with stress but with meditation, and we only meditate when there's a stressful moment. It's a practice, and we have to practice optimism. We have to practice all the virtues, right? If we don't practice them, and that's why we look at one each day, but if we don't practice them on a regular basis, when we go to call them up because we say to ourselves, this is the virtue that I need right at this moment, then it's may not be strong enough for us to draw up out of ourselves. So, on a daily basis, we want to look and remind ourselves that things are working out for us, that good has the power to prevail over evil, um, that no matter how challenging or difficult the situation might be, that the future holds the opportunities for uh, a better situation. And in fact, we have to look at when we dwell on the things in the past, then, it's very easy for us to get caught up in a loop of thinking that is not very positive for us. So we're always looking at this moment in time and what can I do at this moment in time to move forward and to be a more and have a cheerful outlook, or to see the good in the situation. Harder to do than I have just expressed it, but it is important. And again, I go back to this thing that it's a practice. It's not just a wait until the challenge and then I'll practice my optimism. Doesn't work that way. So as a parent, how do we help our children be optimistic? Well, I think we have to point those situations out. you know if they're a little bit older, we can help them to see that, oh, this challenging situation became this and now you're happy with that, right? And if they're younger, it's just reminding them over and over again that that we can look forward to the things that are coming. We can live in this present moment and decide for ourselves and be very thoughtful about it ourselves. Decide that this is the person that I want to be, and have that more cheerful, more joyful, optimistic, uh, resilient kind of attitude. And that's how we do that. Now, one of the things that we've talked about is the 4 C's of successful families, and optimism plays right into that because you know um, we must be very clear about what our goals are ahead of time, so that we're not swayed and by everything that's around us. And when we are very clear on what we want and who we want to be, then it becomes easier for us to look to the future. It becomes easier for us to see the lessons. It becomes easier for us to be optimistic and positive, because each moment offers us the opportunity to have a restart. And that's how I look at it anyway. So that's my thoughts today about optimism. Stay strong. Optimism, along with knowing what our core values are, along with practicing them consistently, uh, you know, gives us a positive outlook. Than the belief, and I love this line, the belief that all things are working out for me. So that's my thoughts today. Thank you very much for being here. And what we're going to do here, we're going to close out. We'll see you tomorrow. And until next time, keep practicing the virtues and the 4 C's of successful families. And that is clarity, communication, consistency, and community. All right, everybody, until next time.